right, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for being here. No Excuse Mentality podcast, where we break barriers, embrace excellence, and unlock limitless potential. Major news yesterday, we're going to discuss it in the live trading. There's a company called NVIDIA, and yesterday, after hours, it went up 27%. It went from, I think, like $300 to $400 in less than an hour. Major news. It's all over the news. But we'll talk about that a little bit, and I'll show you guys the chart when we get to the live trading. So today, I have a few. I have different titles, right, that I have in mind, and things that I already have. Like for tomorrow, it's going to be really exciting because we're going to speak about the title for tomorrow, Friday, will be from side hustle to full time venture, right? Transitioning into entrepreneurship. But today I wanted to still take a little bit and just talk about how to keep a positive attitude while you learn trading. All right. So today is about how to keep a positive attitude while you learn trading. And the reason I did that because I spoke to you guys, some of you I've told that my very first trade when I started, I remember I got everything together. I ordered some monitors, got myself set up, and I remember I got up, I think it was like pre-market, right? So even before 9:30, and I wanted to trade the pre-market. And I was just waiting to see what happened in the pre-market. And I used to trade right in the opening, right? That was my very first trade. I said, I'm gonna trade right in the opening because that's the way I feel it's gonna be better. And I use the 1 minute chart, right? And I know you guys can't speak because I have you on the audience, but you guys know how I feel about the 1 minute chart. However, I tried the 1 minute chart. Okay. So I went in and I took a trade. And immediately when I took a trade, I was going down 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And because I'm new, I'm thinking like, holy crap, this is gonna go up. This is gonna go up. I'm just gonna, stay here and whatever, this and that. Well, the thing is that when it got to $600, I closed it. I said, no, I can't do it. I closed it. Now I remember that first time that I deposited money was like $5,000. So I had money to trade, but it's the first time, right? It's the emotions. I'm trying to apply what I've learned. Now, mind you, I've learned so many different things from many different people, right? So I'm just implementing one strategy, and I've also paper traded already, right? But I went down -$600 right off the bat. I turned off the computer. Kid you not. I turned off the computer, turned everything off because it was still. I think this was pre-market. I don't remember very well. I went right back to bed, right off. I turned it off. I tried to delete that from my mind and I went back to bed trying to fall asleep. Like that just did not happen, right? Mind you, when I got up, again, turned on the computer, maybe a few hours later, market already started. When I sold at $600, if I would have waited, I would have made $600, right? So I sold because I panicked. I sold because I thought, well, this is not going to go up anymore, blah blah blah. But in reality, if I would have waited a few hours and just been patient, when I sold at a loss of $600, that's when it started doing a pullback. But I turned off the computer, so I didn't see that, right? So when I saw it, it was already up. I would have been, up like $600. All right. But how do you keep that positive attitude, right? Because for me that was devastating. So I took another 2 weeks and I paper traded after that, right? Because it was -$600 right off the bat. So I have a little bit of just breakdown of key strategies that really helped me to keep my mind in focus and keep my attitude in check while I continue to trade, right? That was not the only time that I've lost. I've lost plenty of times after that, right? But now I kind of was risk management with. Right? I knew when I had to stop. I knew when I had control of it. I knew when I had to get out. I knew when to go in, even though I took small losses, they weren't as big as, $600 off the bat. So I know you guys, some of you traded for the first time and lost 10, $20. First time I traded, I lost $600, right? on the 1 minute chart because I thought it was, if I would have looked at the 5 minute, if I would have looked at the 30, there was no reason to sell, right, for that opportunity. And so I put some key strategies that I'm going to share with you guys, and there's eight of them. Sorry, 10 of them, and we're going to go with them really quick. So, number one, embrace a growth mindset. All right, embrace a growth mindset. So, adopt a mindset believing that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. All right, understand that learning to trade is a journey and you will have setbacks, but setbacks are opportunity for growth and improvement. All right, emphasize the process of learning rather than focusing solely on immediate results. And this is something that we spoke about yesterday for a little bit. All right. It's about understanding that you are going to have setbacks, but those are opportunity for growth and improvement. So my youngest daughter plays volleyball, and I've taught her that in sports, just like in life, you do two things. Because she would tell me, "Papi, we lost." Right? I will go to every single game, and they will lose, and she would tell me every day in the car before they lose a game or they win a game. She would always tell me feedback. She would ask me, "Any feedback?" And sometimes I would give her feedback right away. Sometimes I would say to her, "I'm thinking, let me analyze first," and then I would just give her feedback. And she said, when she would come in and say we lost, I'll tell them, "Look, in life there's two things, just like in life and in sports. You either win or you learn. Those are the only W's and L's that happens in life. In life, you never really lose. You learn. The moment that you lose, you are learning on how not to lose. So remember that, guys. In life, you either win or you learn. You don't win and you lose. There's no losing in life. I don't believe there's losing in life. I believe there is an opportunity for you to learn when things do not go your way. So I want you, all of you, to understand that. So every time you guys take a trade and the trade does not go according to your strategy, according to what you had in mind, or maybe you went into a position too early, or maybe you went into late, just remember that there's two things you could do in trading. You can win or you can learn. That's it. So whenever you feel like, man, I lost today, no, the opportunity is, how can I learn from this trade? What did I do wrong? Or what did I miss that I went in too early or I went in too late? Okay. So you win or you learn. That's, if you take anything out of this particular podcast today, is you either win or you learn. You don't lose, you learn. Okay. So remember, embrace a growth mindset. All right. Understand that there are no setbacks, it's an opportunity. It's always an opportunity. And you have to believe that the abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. The more time you dedicate and the more hard work, the more you're going to learn, and you're going to continue to have a positive attitude while you learn. Number two, you have to set realistic expectation. Set achievable and realistic goals for yourself as you learn trading. And that's why I keep telling you guys, if you guys make 20 bucks, feel good about it, walk away and say, I made 20 bucks in the stock market. Not how a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people can look at charts the way that you guys are looking at chart. You show the charts that you guys have in your monitors to other people, and they're going to be intimidated. They're going to say, "What in the heck are you doing? How could you do this, man? This is hard. How you look at this?" But because they have no clue, right? They have no clue of what they're looking. They feel intimidated. But you guys are already looking at charts and understanding charts. You guys can look at the stock market now on TV, and you guys can tell what's happening. You guys should feel proud about that. If you turn on Yahoo Finance or Bloomberg Market Structures and you look at all those shows, all those programs now, when they put a chart up, you can look at a chart and say, this is what's happening. And you guys should feel proud about that. All right. Not everybody knows that. People go through that channel and they flip through and they're like, oh, these people are speaking Chinese. And you can look at it now and say, that's what's happening. Boom, I can tell right now this is what's going to happen. This is the way it looks, right? So set achievable and realistic goals for yourself as you learn trading. Understand that consistent profitability Takes time and practice. All right. If you want to have to be consistent and profitable, it will take time and practice. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. That's why I tell you guys, celebrate small wins and small milestones along the way. That will reinforce a positive attitude. And like always tell you, it's going to boost your confidence. So if you made $50 today, that's a win. Feel good and celebrate small wins. Celebrate small wins and take it, run with it. That's why I tell you guys, make the money, walk away, turn it off, paper trade after that, stay in the chat with us and have fun and just think. All right. Just think and say, I just made $50 today. I'm in the green. Not a whole lot of people can say that. And take that win and run with it. Feel proud about it. Feel good about it. Because today is 50, tomorrow will be 1,000. All right. I guarantee you today will be 50, tomorrow will be 1,000. That win will be $1,000 win one day. That 50 will be a $500 win one day, and you're gonna feel even better. But if you don't feel good about the 50, then how in the heck are you gonna make 500? If you don't celebrate the $50 today, how are you gonna celebrate the 500 or 1,000 the next day or in the next weeks? Right? So take the small win. Number three, cultivate patience. Trading requires patience. A success doesn't happen overnight. It will not happen overnight. All right. There will be days that you will probably get lucky. Don't get that, get to your head. Yesterday was a great day. And the reason was a great day because we were trending. But the market trends only 30% of the time. 70% of the time, the market is in range. Yesterday was easy to trade because it was just going down. There was no way in heck that you were going to buy a call yesterday. It was all about puts. And today might be a day all about calls, or it might be a range, right? So you have to cultivate patience that maybe we will not trade every single day. Maybe every single day you will not take a trade. Be patient with yourself. Also, as you learn new concepts, techniques, and strategies, be patient. I know sometimes I throw you things to you guys and it might be confusing, but you know what? Be patient doesn't mean that you have to put it into practice the next day. That's not, it doesn't mean that. It means, okay, I learned something new. Now be patient with yourself. All right. Don't try to keep up with anybody else. Don't try to keep up with me. Don't try to keep up with anybody else in the group. Be patient with yourself while you learn concept, techniques, and strategies. I will continue to teach you guys different techniques. I will continue to teach you guys different strategies. I got strategies. If you want to be really, 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 really conservative, I have strategies for that. But you won't be able to trade every single day, right? Because it only happens once in a blue moon. But if you want to be conservative, there's strategies for that too. And I'm going to teach you guys that as we go along. Avoid rushing into trades or making impulsive decisions driven by emotions. I speak about this every single time. And you're probably saying, Eric, how many times are you going to say it? I'm going to say it until you guys get it. All right. I'm going to say it until you guys get it. You cannot rush into trades or make impulsive decisions driven by emotions. Wait for the strategy. Wait for the indicators. Wait, wait, wait. If you are not sure to get in or to get out, wait for the indicators. And I'm not talking about wait for one, wait for indicators with S at the end. Wait for the indicators. While you learn, there's going to be a time that you learn you are going to trade without a buy signal or a sell signal. You're going to take more risk without the trend, the TM. You're not gonna take a trade until you see the RSI in a different way. The different ways to trade, but stick to it until you learn. Eventually, you will get to a point that you will not need them, all of them at once. But we're not there yet. All right, we are not there yet. Trust the learning process and have confidence that progress will come with time. I know we get desperate. All right. I know we get desperate and we just want to make that money. We want to make that money. We want to make this a full time job. I don't want to work anymore. But listen, it comes with time. If you go to school right now for a 4 year degree, that's exactly what it is, a 4 year degree. To come out and make 50 to $60,000 a year, this is just like a degree. And hopefully it's not going to take you 4 to 5 years. It might take you a few months if you give it the hard work that you need, but you're going to come out and have the opportunity to make, lawyer money, doctor money, or even more, right? So you have to give yourself, trust in the learning process. All right. Number four, focus on learning and improvement, which is what we're doing now. All right. And you have to shift your focus from short term gains to continuous learning and improvement. All right. So even a win is, why did I win? What did I do that I was able to make a profit today that I can continue to multiply every single day? So it's not only learning about when you lose money, it's about learning when you make money. It's about learning, what did I do right and how can I keep doing the same thing that I did right in a continuous basis. That's very important. Engage in practice by analyzing your trades, identify strengths and weaknesses, and seeking opportunities for growth. We all have weaknesses when it comes to trade. Just like every other job, just like any other place, when you are in a job, you're hired to perform a job. You are not hired to perform every single job in a company. So when I was hired for a job, I was hired to manage people. Now, it doesn't mean that I can also sell. It doesn't mean that I can do human resources. It doesn't mean that I can do research and development. So we all have our weaknesses and we all have a strength. You need to identify what's your strength in trading and what's your weaknesses. You will have a weakness. You will have a strength. You capitalize on the strength and you try to control your weakness. Again, you capitalize on your strengths and you try to control your weakness as best as possible, and always looking for opportunity to grow. All right, so by focusing on continuous learning, you'll maintain a positive attitude and be open to refining your trading skills. Okay, number five. Number five, we spoke about many times, learn from your mistakes. That's what we've been speaking about in the last four of the different concepts. Mistakes are an integral part of the learning process. Rather than dwelling on your loss or feeling discouraged, view them as a valuable lesson. We spoke about that. Analyze your trades, identify patterns, and learn from your mistakes. Use each setback as an opportunity to refine your strategy, your risk management, and your decision making process. That's why I tell you guys, when you get into a trade, just draw a line through it, just so that way we can see when you went in, and even if you can mark down when you get out. And if you have questions about that, we can always go back and talk about that entry and talk about that exit and what you did right and maybe what you did wrong. All right, so we can always do that. Number seven, number six, sorry. Surround yourself with support, which is exactly what we're doing in this group. Connect with a supportive community of traders that we have here, who can mentor and then guidance and encouragement. And guys, it's not only me. There's videos out there that you guys can see, but you have to be very careful because in this world that we're living in, we don't have a lack of information. Now we have too much information, and too much information can guide us in the wrong direction, right? Too much information can paralyze us, right? So before it used to be an encyclopedia. Now I remember I remember encyclopedias. You had a book, you were research, and that was the information. Now you type in one question and you get millions of different links and feedbacks and comments. So it's what you do with the information. So you can look at other people and listen to other people, but don't let that get you confused with what you're already learning. All right. But there is information out there that can really help you as well. Engage with like minded individuals who understand the challenges of trading and can help you stay positive, just like we're doing here. That's where we share experience, we look for advice, and we learn from everybody's success and failures. Right? So here, even if you lose, we look back like, hey, when you guys tell me I'm down, I lost $20, I always ask, but wait, when did you get in? What was the indicator telling you? What was this happening? So we ask those questions. Number seven, and we take the number seven for granted, is practice self care. Take care of your well being while you learn. Take care of your well being while you learn. Get enough rest, exercise, and maintain a balanced lifestyle. Prioritize self care activities that help you relax and recharge. And when you feel physically and mentally balanced, it's easier to maintain a positive mindset, and your mind will be clear. So that's very important. Practice self-care. And we don't take it for granted. We actually take it for granted. We really don't practice this, but it is very important for you to have your mind ready to learn. Your mind has to be ready and open to learn. It has to be receptive to learn. You have to be mentally ready to understand what we're going to talk about. So that's very important. Number seven, practice self care. For you, that for everyone, that's different, right? For some people, it'll be exercise. Some other people will be eating right. From other people, it'll be sleeping better or sleeping more. But that's something that you have to really practice self care. Number eight, celebrate progress. Recognize and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. You make that 20 bucks, celebrate. you know Acknowledge the milestones you achieve in your learning journey, whether it's successfully executing a new strategy, improving your risk management, or sticking to your trading plan. Take time to celebrate your achievements, guys. Positive reinforcement fuels Positive reinforcement fuels motivation and maintains a positive attitude. So what does that mean? It means that sometimes when you make that 20 bucks or you make that $50, you know what how you feel good? Go ahead and spend it that day. If you make that $50, go ahead and spend $50 that day. You're gonna think, I'm spending $50 from what I made in trading. It's just think how good it would feel for you to go and spend $50. If you make $50 today and you go spend $50 today, you're probably saying, "Oh, Eric, that's not good finance." No, I'm talking about your psychology behind it. I'm talking about your psychology behind it. You make 50 in the stock market and you go out and you spend $50 in whatever you want. That could be a dinner for you and your significant other. So you go and make 50, you go and spend 50, you're gonna feel so good that the next day you're gonna want 100. And what is that gonna happen? That's gonna create, your mind to be ready to learn, to have a positive attitude because you already experienced what it feels to make the money and having the opportunity to really invest that money into going out and eating and enjoying yourself. So sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. So take the small wins and go and buy something. Go and get something. Go and buy something for your family or whatever. But when you do that, I guarantee you're going to feel a lot better because it's $50 that you made from something that you are learning and you are able to capitalize. And now you're going to gain something from what you took the time to learn from. So practice, celebrate progress. All right. Number nine, practice mindfulness and emotional awareness. Again, we spoke about this all the time, and we will continue to talk about this. You have to be aware of your emotions while trading, and stay present in the moment. Stay present in the moment. Remember, we are not in the business of vuelta al mercado, right? We are in the business of the present moment. We don't care what the stock is going to do in the next hour or four or a day or a week. We care what the stock is going to do in the next few minutes. So some of you tell me or you comment, "Oh, I feel like this is going to go way up today. This is going to go up." And sometimes I don't know and I don't care where the stock is going to go. All I care is for my indicators to align so I can make that money. I don't give a crap where the stock is going. I know people stop me somewhere and they tell me, "What do you think is going to happen with Apple?" Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Apple because I'm not interested in learning what Apple's going to do in a week or a month or three or whatever. If I ever trade Apple, I care what it's going to do in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I don't care because we're traders. We're not investors. If you're an investor, then you care about what's going to happen in the long term. You even care about who the CEO is. But when you're trading, we're getting in and out. It's like a one-time thing. So practice mindfulness. Control your emotions while you're trading and be in the present moment. Be there in that moment. Be there in that 5 minute candle. Don't get ahead of yourself and think, "Oh, what's going to happen tomorrow?" Don't do that. Emotions can impact decision making. So it is important to recognize and manage them effectively. And how do you know that you are in emotions? When you start doubting yourself, should I get in? Should I get out? Should I get in? Should I get out? When that happens in your mind, that's your emotions. You have to stop. recognize and manage them. How do you manage them? Probably don't trade. Control your emotions. Your emotions telling you to trade. You're going to tell your emotion, I'm not trading right now because you don't own me. I own you, right? So whenever you're in that fight, that's your emotions right there. You need to recognize and say, nope, put the phone down. Put the phone down. I'm not going to trade. Develop strategies to stay calm. Take deep breath, exercise, just focus and reduce stress while you wait for the candle to go up and down. I'm telling you guys, crossword puzzles. Find something to do while the candle goes up and down. Don't look at it for we could be looking at a 5 minute candle for an hour, and we have. Walk away, come back, do something on your desk, read a book, right? So those are all ways to keep your mind focused. Number 10, maintain a long term perspective. Remember that trading is a long term journey. It's natural to encounter ups and downs along the way. Keep your focus on your long term goals and bigger picture. All right. So don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged by short term setbacks. Do not get discouraged by short term setbacks and maintain confidence in your ability to learn and adapt. All right. Maintain confidence in your ability to learn and adapt. What does that mean? It means that when you get stuff wrong, have in your mind, I have the confidence and I have the ability to learn and adapt. Every single one of you, you have the ability to maintain, to keep confidence and to learn and adapt. I repeat it again. You have the ability to learn and adapt. Have that in your mind. Whenever something goes wrong, say to yourself, I have the ability to learn and adapt. And I tell you what, the human species, we are good in doing that. We are really good in doing that. Throughout our history, you see it. We have the ability to learn and adapt. All right. So it's 9:12. Let me see if you guys, we have 3 minutes. Um, let's see here. You guys have something to say? Now is the time. I'm inviting you all to the stage. You guys are on. I know Jirette is on the stage. Grace, you're on stage. There
Eric, we have the ability to learn and adapt, brother.
we go.
Good morning.
Morning, morning. That's right. Listen, it's about again, the group is not only about training. I'm trying to develop you guys as entrepreneurs, not only whether you decide to do trading for the long term or use trading as a way for you to do eventually something else. I want you guys to take something from here and more than just trading, right? It's about understanding the mindset of it. And I have titles that here for different podcasts to really help you guys. I mean, from navigating economic uncertainty. We're going to talk about that in the future. Strategies for traders and entrepreneurs about navigating uncertainty in the economy. We're going to talk about the art of negotiation. We're going to talk about invest in yourself, like personal development. We're going to talk about entrepreneurial mindset, cultivating traits for success in business and trading, building a trading plan, blueprint for consistent profits. These are all the things that I'm working to put together for you guys to provide value to all of you. Not just only going live and trading and making that money. It's developing you guys to become even greater than who you already are already, right? So I'm not trying to build you to be great. I believe that everyone is great already. I'm just adding just a little bit of more drop of knowledge into you guys for you guys to become even better than who you are already. So it's 9:14. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for being here. This is No Excuse Mentality Podcast, where we break barriers, embrace excellence, unlock limitless potential. And if you are listening to this on YouTube, can go to nxmtraders.com/podcast, and there's going to be a link to our Discord where we actually have the podcast. It's completely free to join our podcast and to listen to it Monday through Friday from 8:45 a.m. to 9:15. The reason we do that time is because at 9:15 we go out. We have 15 minutes to trade live in our mentorship group, which we call the inner circle. So you're more than happy to do so. People that are listening to me right now, that you're here, please share it. There is a graphic, a design in our Discord. Go ahead and take that and put it in your social media, share it with you guys, share it with other people, and bring people to the Discord just to at least hear the podcast and tell them, listen, it's not only about trading. This will help you, motivate you to push forward. Even if you have a job, if you're working or whatever, this could be a good place for them just to feel that positive vibe that we have here, just like you guys are telling me every single day. So do that and just bring people, bring anyone that you think can benefit from this, which I think is everyone. All right. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys in 14 minutes in our live training and see if we can make that money again today. All right, guys. See you soon.